Escape the dungeon!
Hello everybody, this is Escape the Dungeon, the podcast where we ask you to join us as we explore the world beyond the world's oldest role-playing game. My name is Mike Cripps, and I will be your master of ceremonies, and I am joined by 4 mystifying players. Zach Brass.
That's me.
Dom Brass.
That's me. I'm playing Bobby Bristol today, the werewolf.
Nate Brass.
Hi, Internet. I'm him. This is me. I play Chris, the wizard.
And Tyler Knittle.
That's me. I'm Dale. I'm a guy.
Each season, we will be playing a different tabletop role-playing game. This season, we are playing Urban Shadows 2nd Edition, a Powered by the Apocalypse game published by Magpie Games. And Happy New Year, one and all.
Happy New Year!
New Year.
New year, new me.
We don't know for sure that we made it, actually.
What a crazy holiday that was, huh? Yeah. Yeah, absolutely wild. We've got all kinds of holiday stories, but we can't tell them until like March or something.
Yeah, we need to clear it with HR.
Yeah, right? HR, oh no.
Maybe next season you'll get HR on the podcast. We're not going to tell you their name.
Yeah, we'll just keep gradually adding the behind-the-scenes cast members to the main show.
Yeah, I mean, that's pretty much the plan.
Which I guess means we're hiring?
Don't tell them that.
Be very clear. We're hiring an intern, okay? Unpaid
HR intern to run all of human resources.
See, we're looking for someone who will be committed to the team.
And maybe social media, actually, quite frankly. That would be great if they could do social media too.
An unpaid HR social media.
You don't need to be HR if you're social media. We're terrible at social media. Well, so, you know.
Well, let's not rule out HR, okay? You never know.
It's important to have.
Do you guys like to make New Year's resolutions? Like, is that something you guys do?
Never.
No, not really.
Is that because you know you won't stick with them?
Yes.
Combinations of things. I mean, yeah, definitely. But also, you know, it just feels arbitrary to pick it like at New Year's. It feels like I'm just like conforming with society, you know, like I'm going to go to the gym now because everybody else is, because we're all going to get in shape for New Year's. And if there's anything this all male podcast is, it's nonconformist.
Yes.
No.
Hey, we're not all white guys. But do you guys have anything you're looking forward to about the new year? Even if it's not like a resolution or anything you want to do differently, I think this is still a hopeful time to look to the future. So what are you guys looking forward to?
The rest of the 2nd season of Escape the Dungeon, baby.
Yeah.
Like and
Good
subscribe.
answer.
5-star reviews.
Looking forward to remembering what happens tomorrow.
Yeah. Looking forward to hoping that nothing in this episode ages poorly.
Yeah. Oh my
What are you
god.
talking about? We're all looking forward to just a few days from now when President Kamala
we're recording
Harris...
this on November.
I swear to
4th.
fucking God, if that doesn't age well, I'm going. The podcast
I'm
might be
actually
over.
going to be so fucking mad. I'm sorry. I can't. It's
Yeah,
fine.
sorry.
Live from Canada, it's Escape the Dungeon.
Right? Jesus.
Well, I mean, 3 of us have English passports already.
Yeah, no, there's consideration there.
Live from Manchester. Or wherever the rest of Zach's parent, or all 3 of you, I guess. Sorry. I'm used to just saying Zach.
Wow.
Well, I live with him. Leave me alone.
I know. I'm just kidding.
I'm not. That was hurtful.
Don't be such a brasshole about it.
Fuck you, dude.
Whatever. You're all just a bunch of bastards.
We are.
Whoa.
Can't help it.
That's
It's our
not
charm,
true.
though.
The opening of this episode is off the rails.
Yeah, honestly, it's kind of, it's a big one. Hopefully we didn't polarize a quarter of our listeners. We love all 25 of you.
Fuck them. A good amount of them aren't even American. I'm not worried about it.
Oh, no, I'm worried about all of the ones that are going to be like, oh my God, 3 of them are English? Fuck these guys.
No, it is not okay. You guys are putting like "use" in words that don't need "use" in them, and talking about aluminium, and I've
just
had
sounds
enough
better.
of it.
It does. It sounds
does.
more
It
like a
works.
metal
It's easier
instead
to
of just
say.
like a mumble word.
Aluminum.
Just calling any dessert a pudding, and you know what? No.
Excuse me, puddings are not normally desserts. Sometimes they're side dishes with dinner too.
I don't know.
Dude, you call the trunk of a car a boot. Who calls the trunk of a car a boot?
Well, yeah, it's like the boot of a car. It's the car's shoe. It's it's like your boots where you keep all your extra shit,
Whatever that means.
Like back in
Like
the
your
old days when you
toes
just
and
kept your
stuff.
shit
Oh,
in
man.
your boot.
My next door neighbor growing up, they would get English coaches in for travel team. And his older sister was talking to the one because they would basically house them. They would stay at my neighbor's house. And he's like, yeah, my favorite place to go on holiday is like Barcelona or something. And my neighbor's sister's like, which holiday? And he's just like, holiday. She's like, but like what holiday? Like Christmas?
What, Christmas?
Oh no.
I'm just like, Megs,
There you
he
go.
means vacation.
I was on holiday, and then I had to go in hospital.
Wow, that's not fun.
The British are weird. You guys say weird things.
You're welcome for language the way that you know it.
Okay, we invented the language. Get out of here. You guys are nerds.
So nobody has a resolution. Nobody has anything they're looking forward to. How about this? Does anyone have a prediction about 2025 that you want to throw out there right here, right now, for all our loving listeners?
I'm going to probably find a new management game and get sucked into that. I can predict that because I've been looking at Manor Lords and I am just like,
That one looks good.
hey there, beautiful.
And there's that factory one, right?
Okay, I'm going to say it. At least 2 major social media companies will go bankrupt next year. There we go.
Ooh,
Oh man, 2. Okay.
that's.
I mean,
that's a
obviously
bold one.
Twitter, but
That is bold.
Manchester United is going to win the league.
Oh,
Hey.
Don't lie with
I mean,
your
that's
predictions,
fun.
Zach.
I can fucking dream.
it's like me saying Philly Union's gonna win MLS Cup. It's just not gonna happen next
Oh,
year.
that's just silly.
Fine, Manchester City's going to get relegated for cheating.
Oh no, it was just a bad joke one. We can move on.
All right, I'm here
Okay,
for
well, I
It was
guess
getting
we'll-
edited out anyway.
I guess we'll move on to our game. Previously on Urban Shadows, Bobby, Ezra, Chris, and Dale have uncovered bits and pieces of several conspiracies around Vegas. The sons of earthly filth are planning to bring about the end times. A new drug called sand seems to be everywhere all of a sudden. And Ezra's patron Asriel and rival Josh King seem to be up to something. The gang decided they needed answers. Chris and Dale confronted Josh, where they learned that he doesn't know why his touch left a mark on Celeste, but it left a mark on him too. And he doesn't know what Asriel's plans are. But he did agree to leave Chris's friend Silas alone if Chris interfered in Ezra's next job. Meanwhile, Bobby and Ezra met a sand dealer called Fady, but Asriel gave Ezra an order to prevent Bobby from learning the truth about sand. Bobby provoked Fady, Ezra transformed, and shots were fired. Guys, we are in a pretty tense situation where we left things off last time. Ezra has gone full demon mode in his apartment. Fady is freaking out and has drawn a gun. Leon has burst from his hiding spot. He has a gun. And shots are fired, and
everyone's got guns.
It's chaos, right? It's chaos.
Remind me, did Leon shoot already? Did Leon just come out
Leon
shooting?
started going guns blazing.
That's what I thought. That's what I thought. All right. Fucking Leon. Fucking, why do we even...
Dude, Leon's the best. Shut the fuck up.
Because someone has to die this episode. And Mike said so.
Well, let's talk a little bit about that, because in Urban Shadows 2nd Edition, there's not really specific combat rules. We're not rolling for initiative. You don't have, like, specific actions or powers for the most part. Like, you might have specific playbook moves, but we handle this the same way that we handle any other moment, any other scene in this game, and that is moves. There's one move in particular that I imagine we're going to be relying on in this scene, and that is a move called Turn to Violence. And I just want to emphasize that Turn to Violence is always risky. Like, no matter how strong your character is, no matter like what powers you might have, when you turn to violence, there's going to be consequences. That might be you get hurt yourself no matter how well you roll, or like something else bad happens. Like, it is a sure thing. And the more the combat is escalated, the higher the stakes get, the worse turning to violence is going to be for you. And it's funny, I was listening to episode 2 back when I was like scheduling that for upload, and I was listening to myself tell you guys that I am going to try and like match the energy that you guys bring when I'm doing MC moves against you. And like, I'm really keeping that in mind. But when somebody goes full demon mode and draws a sword, I do think that forces my hand to a certain extent.
This seems fair.
The good news is, having said all of that, I don't think I'm going to kill any PCs today. It's actually pretty hard for a PC to die accidentally in this game. And there's a couple reasons for that. One is that there is a rule system called scars. So anytime I say that your character takes harm, you can say, I'm not taking that. Instead of that harm, I'm taking a scar. And a scar is a permanent penalty to you in place of harm. And that might be that your character becomes shattered, crushed, fractured, or broken, giving a permanent -1 to either blood, heart, mind, or spirit. But again, when you do that, you are completely negating the harm otherwise, and you kind of get control over what happens immediately afterwards. You get like a lot of narrative momentum to wield in a scene when you take a scar. So like there's a benefit there in a sense. And the other reason that it's hard for PCs to die is you've got end moves. Every playbook has a specific move that you get to pull out from your pocket when your character dies, when you choose for your character to die. And when you use your end move, something big and crazy and unique to your playbook is going to happen. Each one of you have your own. I don't think we need to talk about what those might be in this moment. Let's just see if and when it happens, right? But even though I don't think anyone's going to die today, we're still gonna we're gonna see. We're gonna see what happens.
Nobody's gonna die. It'll be fine.
I would like to open this scene not in Ezra's apartment just yet, but back outside, where we saw that Chris and Dale were sitting in Chris's car outside of Ezra's apartment building, because Chris has been given this task by Josh. You knew that Ezra was going to get a job soon, and you were supposed to interfere with that job. You and Dale were sitting outside, sort of scoping it out, maybe talking plans, when all of a sudden you hear gunfire. What do the two of you do?
All right. I totally drove here because I got my kit, and in this instance, my kit is the toolboxes on my truck. Nate, if you have something, you can go while I think about this.
Okay. I am going to immediately get out of the truck, start running towards the building, and start channeling magic into my magic stones.
For sure. Go ahead and roll for that, and we'll see like how many magic charges you get.
Ooh, that is a 6.
A 6. That is just a fail.
Oh no.
Which I think means that in this moment the magic is just not coming out of you.
I get a very small amount of magic in my crystal. I hold 1 on a miss, but I cannot channel again.
You hold 1, so you have
Rough time.
a very small amount of magic at your disposal in this moment. Maybe it's the nerves of hearing sudden gunfire, but you are barely able to produce your magic as you run directly to danger. You run into Ezra's apartment building. There's no time to wait for the elevator. You just start running up the stairs to the floor that Ezra's apartment is on. Dale, I imagine you're right behind with your toolbox.
No, I'm in the back of my pickup truck going through my toolbox for just the right thing for this situation that I haven't figured out yet. Would it be out of the realm of possibility for me to like have a flashbang? I feel like that might be stretching
crazy.
it. The other thing I'm thinking is like a string of fire.
Big ass.
What about like a string of firecrackers? Something loud.
String of firecrackers I'm cool with.
Okay.
How difficult would it be to get a flashbang?
I think reasonably difficult. So your kit says when you go to your kit for mundane gear, road flares, first aid kit, etc. So like that is the level of stuff that you are expected to have.
That's
in
why I
there.
was very hesitant about flashbang, because I'm like, that's really
so
pushing
I
it.
think
But you missed
Firecracker
you
is a
missed
good
100% of the
substitute.
Hey, it's
shots with
Vegas. You know who knows?
yeah, it is Vegas. But anyway, I'm going to take like a really powerful flashlight out that like strobes.
Okay. When you go to your kit for mundane gear useful to the situation, you do have to roll with spirit.
I've got a 1 in spirit.
You got this.
God damn it!
Ooh, that's
What?
brutal.
Oh no!
6.
What are we doing, guys?
I know we're fucking.
You're really hoping that Ezra has a change of heart, is what you're doing.
So not only does that mean that like you are not really able to find those things that you are looking for right now,
Left it in the garage.
but on a miss, the situation escalates while you're trying to prepare. Brace yourself.
I kind of thought it would be fun if that happened.
Awesome. Okay, well, let's go back to us because you guys are not helping.
Yeah. Just cut away from this train wreck.
Just see if I can possibly salvage this, even though I don't know that he's trying to fuck this up.
Chris is on the way up with a little bit of magic. Dale is staying behind as things escalate. Let's cut back over to Bobby and Ezra. Bobby, you have been like clocked and dazed. You've fallen onto the ground and things are like just now sort of coming back to you. And when you looked up, you see that Fady and Leon have guns drawn, and Ezra has gone full demon, looking exactly like he did when you saw him attack your Auntie Evie. What does Bobby do in this moment?
Bobby looks at a little blue cigarette that he has, and then he looks at the fucking demon guy. And then he looks at Leon and, Leon, hold fire. Nobody said shit. And I want to try to convince Leon to stop shooting.
I think I would like you to make a move for that. I think you need to persuade Leon in this moment to de-escalate. So I need you to roll with heart.
All right, that is 2d6 minus 1. That's an 8. Get fucked, guys.
Well, it's not nothing.
All right, nice.
Yeah, I'll take it.
That means that they see your point and do as you ask. So Leon is going to stop firing, but on a 7 to 9, they counter your offer or demand payment, a debt, a favor, resources. So Leon says, okay, but you gotta get me out of here, Bobby. You gotta get me out of here. This place isn't safe for old Leon.
I'll take care of you. I'll take care of you, Leon. We just gotta, we just gotta fix this up real quick. Just let the situation calm down. I'll take care of this. All right.
And Fady continues firing. You might recall this guy is like 6'8", 450 pounds. He's got like just a big old pistol that he is firing in the general direction of both Ezra and Leon. Ezra, you have now gone full demon mode. You are a little across the apartment from Fady. You've got to close some distance, but you're full demon and you've got a sword. What are you going to try and do?
He's going to turn to him and say, "You're not going anywhere." And kind of like just try and intimidate him.
So there's not like just an intimidation skill or anything. If you are trying to like threaten him into doing something specific, that is persuade an NPC and you'd roll with heart.
Yeah, I'm trying to threaten him into backing down. I'm a big demon with a sword in his face. Drop your gun if you want to live.
Are you actually going to let him live if he drops the gun? This is entirely dependent on if things go the way that Ezra wants them to. What does he plan to do? If Fady does drop the gun, if he does do what you are trying to do, does Ezra have the intention to let him live? Because if so, that is persuade an NPC. If this is all a ruse to get him to drop his guards so that you can attack and you have the intention of doing so, that is mislead, distract, and trick.
My intention is to restrain him.
Okay, that sounds to me like mislead, distract, and trick then. So I would like you to roll with mind to trick Fady into doing this so that you have an advantage to restrain or take him down or whatever you plan to do.
No.
Oh my god.
We were so close. It was a 6.
That's a 6.
That was a 6. Fady gives one look at you and she's like, nah, man, you're a fucking demon. And he shoots you. Fires his gun, blasts you in the shoulder with his pistol. Now, a pistol from this range would normally be considered a he's not quite point blank, so it would be considered a level 2 harm. But because your demon form currently gives you armor, you reduce that to a level 1 harm.
Now, let me ask you this. So hang on. Let me ask you this, because I also have tough as nails, which says you get 1 armor. And then the thing says gain armor +1. So does that mean it's 2 armor now?
Armor is written out in one of 2 ways: X armor or armor plus X. X armor is the base value of a source of armor. Armor plus X is the value added to a character's base armor by a supplementary source. Thus, X armor won't stack with another X armor. Only armor plus X can combine with other armor. So yes,
beautiful.
Combine.
Oh,
Okay.
there you go.
Yeah, so where does he shoot me?
He shoots you in the shoulder, and I think this is just like classic action movie thing of like you get shot and then the bullet just like falls to the ground, and you've like barely got a little smudge in your shoulder. Fady is visibly shaken.
I'm a demon, bitch.
Chris, you are sprinting up the steps. You finally get to Ezra's floor. And here's where the escalation from Dale comes in. You see that standing outside of Ezra's door is a guy with a gun drawn back to the wall, clearly some sort of like bodyguard that was waiting outside, readying himself to bust into the room, but he clocks you. What do you do, Chris?
I don't know who the hell you are, but get out of the way. My friend's getting shot in there.
This bodyguard, this goon, to use the parlance of the game, this guy's a goon, looks at you quizzically, raises his gun to you.
I raise my gun to him.
I don't know who you are. I don't know what you want, but you gotta back away, lady. This isn't the place for you to be.
Who the fuck are you? I know the person who lives here. You're just standing outside a door threatening me with a gun. This is crazy.
I'm here on a job, lady. And it sounds like, and this guy's like visibly kind of freaking out. It sounds like job's gone bad. You need to get out of here. And he's like with one hand holding his gun out, other hand is like reaching to the doorknob.
You're gonna have to use your only spell on this guy.
No, it's fine. Just shoot him.
Let's just walk in together, all right?
So what is your approach, Chris? Like you can continue trying to talk him down if that's what you want. You can do something else.
All right, look, let's just walk in together, all right? I want to be here. You want to be here? Doesn't look like either of us is leaving.
Let's walk in together. Go ahead and roll with heart to persuade an NPC here.
That's a 6.
Oh my god. What the fuck?
You were supposed to stay with me. I'm not good at talking to people. That's your thing.
Look, Bobby's the only competent member of the party tonight. Thankfully.
I haven't done anything. Oh, yeah. I told him to stand down. Jeez.
You
that's
passed
all I've
a
done.
roll.
Jesus. Okay, we got this. We got this, guys.
Can I help?
No, you are still like looking through your thing here.
Where the fuck is this flashlight?
Yeah, that's the consequence of that fail is you like are taking more time than you want, and that's why things are escalating. This goon, he quickly, throws open the door, still gun traced on you, Chris, and he just shouts, "Boss, we got a problem out here. There's another lady. We got to get out of here." And Fady is staring at Ezra, gun in his hand. He's looking at the like attaché case that he brought in with him with the sand. And that's like still sitting on Ezra's like living room table. And it's a little bit a ways from him, but he's clearly like looking towards it to try and grab it. Bobby, what are you doing in this moment?
Bobby is going to take out a little blue cigarette and start smoking it. And as he's smoking it, he breathes out the smoke and his eyes glow yellow as the veil around Bobby slips and glowing white fur erupts. And this 9-foot tall werewolf covered in black shadows, swirling and pooling up in his limbs like tar, just rises up. I want to use spirit to try to wolf out.
Ooh, it is so close to a full moon, but it is not a full moon. So yes, you do need to roll for spirit. The full moon will be in 2 days, literally.
Ooh, that is good to know.
Oh,
Bro, I rolled a 14. I rolled a 14, dude.
Oh shit.
As I see him starting to transform, I just start laughing and turn to the guy. Oh, you're really fucked now.
So on a 14, that is a massive success to let it out. Remember, this means you either mark corruption or the effect is costly, limited, or unstable. You get to choose which of those you want to ignore on a 10+. So either mark corruption, or for this scene, I would like you to not consider Ezra an ally.
That's so tempting. Ah, dude.
As the wolf rage of seeing this demon form, a form that I don't think you have seen in person since that night when Evie was horribly attacked. And the rage is just starting to get to you.
Hashtag get rid of Ezra.
I know, right? God, I really don't want to fuck up the whole mission right now. And I wanted that corruption. Is the
It
only
would be
thing,
super
honestly.
convenient for me if you would fuck up the mission instead.
Yeah, you know what? Fuck you. I'm taking corruption. I'll have plenty of time to. I got this.
That's fine.
I got this.
So mark corruption, but you are able to maintain your emotional control here in wolf form.
Yeah, and just talking about my wolf form, just to remind folks. So I am massive, so I gain +1 to armor and harm. So I'm this just gigantic fuck you werewolf. And there was another thing. So the transformation draws attention of supernatural creatures. So it's kind of showy. And my presence draws attention of critters. So just stuff to consider.
Between everything, I mean, it's just a complete hotbed of activity right now.
Oh, yeah. So I feel great. I just turned into a werewolf.
I think when Bobby transforms in Ezra's apartment, there's like a power surge, like the lights flicker on and off, on and off, on and off, until they fully just burn out. And you are now in this room in darkness. Fady, a werewolf, and a demon. And Chris, you can see the goon outside is like hyperventilating.
Bet you're all glad I grabbed my flashlight now.
Dale, back down at the truck. You enough time has passed that you realize that like you do not have the road flares. You do not have the fireworks in here. You must have put them in a different kit. You must have stored them somewhere else. You're able to find a flashlight, a pretty heavy duty one, but that is about it right now.
Wasted a lot of time looking for that.
I know. I didn't go to work because I was too drunk the other day, okay? Dale clearly does not have his shit together. He's a fucking conspiracy theorist, addled dude.
Oh, poor Dale.
But they're not really conspiracy theories, though, you know?
Yeah, but everyone...
Well, his are. He thinks there's aliens. There's no aliens, you goof.
What is Dale doing?
Okay, so Chris and this goon, they're inside the building or like out in the front of the building?
Inside the building.
Okay, and it's like pitch black in there.
Yeah, you like Dale on the street. It looks like the entire like block just lost power.
I can't believe this is gonna come in handy for the fucking price of it. For a fucking flashlight, all this shit goes down. And it ends up being in handy. Thank you, Mike.
The most useful flashlight there's ever been.
Dale's just a real Boy Scout, you know?
Yeah, no, I'm gonna run in after the rest of my guys.
Yeah. Okay, Dale, you start running up the stairs, running up to Ezra's floor.
Flashlight in one hand, gun in the other.
Ezra, what do you do in your apartment? Bobby's just wolfed out. All the power has just gone out. The only light in this room right now is the flame and heat radiating off of your demon form.
Yeah, okay, that's what I was figuring. But I have pretty good demonic senses, right? So I should be able to see fine.
You are not visually impeded or anything.
Great. So I'm going to try and just like swoop in on this dude and restrain him in the. I want to surprise him, like right when the fucking lights go out. I just go in there like a bat.
But you're not trying to hurt him. You're not trying to inflict harm. You are trying to restrain him.
Correct.
Okay. So there's two options I think we have here. Because there's not really a move for like grapple, but it does sound like you were trying to maybe create an opportunity for somebody else, which is something that you can do with mislead, distract, and trick, though that doesn't feel perfect for what you described. So I think the better option here, and this is the sort of default like everything else move, is keep your cool. When things get real and you need to keep your cool to accomplish something, you roll with spirit. On a 10 plus, all's well. On a 7 to 9, you do it, but I tell you what it's going to cost you.
Okay, great. Well, my favorite, spirit. I really got to level up the spirit, guys. Seems super important. Oh, that was really bad.
Oh my God.
Oh no!
What is
buddy.
happening tonight?
Yes, well, that was
no.
that was a 3.
Ugh.
That was a 3, man.
Yeah,
That's about as bad as you can roll.
almost, yeah.
Okay, here's what I think happens. You on your angel wings, right? You said you've got like
Yes.
feathery wings.
Yes.
Ezra, you flap your feathery wings and you crash into Fady as you fly across the room. You knock him to the ground. You tumble and fall and crash and collide into everything, into the front door, out into the hallway, knocking the front door off its hinges. Chris, you see this eruption out the front door as you're standing in the hallway. A demon and a 6'8", 450-pound man just wrestling. And you can see that the demon, that Ezra, is unable to create an advantage, is unable to get this giant man in his grasp. And you see that this man takes his pistol, puts it right underneath Ezra's chin, and pulls the trigger. Blam! Ezra's head flings back with the blast. The bullet falls off of his chin. That would normally be a level 3 harm, but your armor, Ezra, reduces that to just level 1. As you have your bell rung by being shot point blank in the face. Chris, you are in the hallway. The goon is freaking out, is swinging his gun back and forth between you and Ezra. Starts firing a few rounds into Ezra as well, but they just bounce off his body. Chris, what are you doing?
It's not working. Stop shooting him. Can't you see he's a demon?
What's going through Chris's head right now? Because you are supposed to interfere with Ezra, right?
Yeah.
So what are you thinking? What are you feeling in this moment?
You have no idea what even I'm doing.
Yeah, I still don't know what's supposed to be happening.
Yeah.
I just know Ezra was taken to this drug deal, and now Ezra's in demon mode, Bobby's in wolf mode, and people keep shooting.
Yeah, we thought we were just going to have a powwow, but no.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not going to plan at all. I think I'm going to let it out.
Okay.
Unleash some of that natural magic I have, not in my special crystals.
So roll with spirit.
Fuck. That's a 5.
Wow.
Oh, man,
Yikes.
somebody's
Or, I mean,
going
that's a
to-
7. That's a 7.
Oh.
Total
Okay,
7.
way better.
Okay.
Way better.
Okay.
Huge difference. Because a 7 is a hit. You are going to have to mark corruption and activate the ability, and it is going to be costly, limited, or unstable. And you don't get to ignore one of those. Both happen. So what is the thing that you are trying to let out? What effect or power?
I am going to perform a feat of telekinetic strength or precision. And I would like to just pull everybody's guns out of their hands.
Ooh, that would be cool.
That's sick.
Very cool. So how is that going to be limited, costly, or unstable? I think it's not going to be just the guns. I think this is such a powerful wave of telekinetic energy that you are bringing forwards towards you. First, the goon's gun flies out of his hand. It crashes into the wall behind you. Then Fady's gun gets ripped out of his hand. Then Ezra's sword. Woo, woo, woo. Bits and pieces of the plaster on the hallway walls crack and snap off and fly back you. There's just this barrage of debris tearing apart the hallway.
You just made like a singularity spell.
Yeah, exactly. It's like a magical singularity that, Dale, you start to feel as you are approaching, running up the steps, and you are yanked off your feet and forcefully dragged up by magic until you are then crashing into Chris from behind as everything is pulled towards her.
Oh.
All right, everybody. That wasn't exactly what I meant to do.
I'm here.
Let's start this again. Hi, everybody. I'm Chris. And we should all just calm down and stop attacking each other with swords and guns. Yeah?
Bobby, you are in the apartment. When all of this just happened, you see that the attaché case full of sand is sitting on the living room table unattended.
Well, you know, I figure that'll stay there, right? Like, there's nothing. I'm gonna go talk to this guy. It'll definitely be here when I come back, for sure. And it's just more sand. It's not like I even necessarily. Well, wait, is there anything in there, dude?
There might be something really good in there, but you didn't even think about it. You already left.
No, yeah, I left. For sure, it'll be there. There's nothing to worry about.
Stepping
guys.
out of the destroyed door into the apartment is a massive wolf. Everyone is here. Chris has just shouted to everyone calm down. Fady is like scooting away from you guys, and he's just like, what the fuck's going on? This, you guys aren't buyers. What's going on? What's the meaning of this?
We told you you're going to answer some questions.
I need to know who your boss is.
And I want to jump over to him and make sure we're close enough that he can see I'm taller than him now. Because fuck you, dude.
Yeah, you are able to like pounce on top of him, sort of pinning him to the ground.
I need you to talk, Fady.
And he's looking up at you, terrified, but still maybe a little defiant.
If he's still defiant, I just want to step on one of his legs until I hear it snap.
Oh,
damn.
man.
Jesus Christ.
Guys, Ezra's not the bad guy.
Hulk smash.
I don't think I'm gonna have you roll for turn to violence here. I think I'm just gonna let you do it. Bobby's back paw, just steps down on Fady's leg, and you all hear a terrible crack, and he screams in pain. I would like you here to roll with heart, though, to persuade him with threats, because that is, I think, what you're doing here.
You know what? That makes sense. Is less good, but I got this. That's an 8.
An 8. Okay, so they'll do it. Fady will do it. He will speak the truth, unless Ezra, you would like to interfere with this.
I am gonna look around and, just change out a demon form and kind of slink back over towards the apartment while he's doing what he's doing.
So you will let Fady talk.
Totally.
Okay, not a very good employee, but
I'm not. This is gonna totally bite me in the ass, but
No, I mean, yeah, it would have bit you in the ass the other way too. So fair is fair.
yeah.
Okay, so Ezra de-demonizes, slinks back into the apartment. Chris, you see that. What do you do?
I want to mess with whatever Ezra's doing.
So you're gonna head into the apartment as well?
Yeah.
Okay. You follow behind. Dale, you have arrived. You see all of this. What's going through your head? What are you doing?
I have no goddamn clue what's going on. We was stopped at the grocery store. I got like a charcuterie board. We were ready for a good old debriefing, and then all this happens? Jeez. Getting too old for this shit. Oh, let's go see what all this fuss is about. And I'm gonna go with the rest of everybody.
Okay, so Ezra, then Chris, then Dale go back into the apartment, leaving Bobby standing over top of Fady. And Fady, is he screaming? He's writhing underneath Bobby. But he's like, okay, man, I'll tell you what you want to know.
Oh boy. Tell me about your boss. How long you been dealing this shit? Where'd it come from?
Sand? Yeah, man. My boss, he's like your friend, okay? He's one of them.
Is he a demon or is he tainted?
I don't know. He's made of smoke, okay? He's made of smoke and fire. His name is Barkan.
Wait, Marcon?
Barkan with a B.
Barcon.
Barqan.
Spell that again.
Barqan, man.
How do I get into contact with him?
I can do that for you if that's what you want. Just gotta get off my leg, man.
Yeah, I step off his leg.
It is mangled.
Would you consider that as to satisfy the requirement to do him a favor?
Getting off of his leg is a favor? Is that what you're trying to argue?
I figured I'd ask.
No, I don't think so.
Is it a favor is wild.
What do you, me?
Well, yeah, I agreed to do something he asked me to. I don't know.
All right. Things kind of got a little crazy, Fady. I'm not gonna lie. I thought you were gonna be a little squirrely guy and wanted to talk a little bit more. but you were all linebacker.
I thought you were gonna buy drugs, and then you like just called me an asshole.
No, I totally look. I didn't deal with it like you're the best, but like.
And then your friend turned into a demon and drew a sword, man.
Look, honestly, all things considered, I thought this night was going to go a lot worse for you, so I wouldn't worry that much.
Damn.
God, I just thought you'd be, All right, well, tell me about yourself, Fady. What, I need to know what I can do to make sure that you're going to come through and help me out here. So,
dude, it's in the case, man. It's in my case.
Okay, so everything I need is in the case.
Yeah, you want more calm, man? Just in the case.
I just feel like that's all your like, so you don't have any other you don't have any other use. You want to like, maybe this night is not going to go better for you. I don't know.
I just don't see a ton of good reason to let this guy go.
Yeah, no, I mean, look.
Decent humanity.
Yeah, but Bobby doesn't.
He just casually broke the
Bobby-
dude's leg. Like,
Hey, no, sometimes that's a motivated thing. It's just Bobby really wasn't expecting to let this guy live.
Yeah,
So-
or wants to get arrested for breaking his leg.
Bobby's got the bloodlust, man.
I don't even have that much corruption yet. So what's one thing of corruption?
Yeah.
No, I mean, Bobby's in a place right now. He needs to get stuff done. And this guy isn't giving him, which I don't know that he would have a reason, but it works out that everything's in the case. I think Bobby's just gonna try to just very discreetly murder his face off as a wolf. I don't feel great about it, to be honest. So I didn't want to explain it in gory detail, but like, he's not doing it in a particularly unviolent way.
He's been disarmed. He's been beaten down. There's really nothing this guy can do. Bobby, you absolutely, in your wolf form, can easily kill him in this position.
Do it.
Yeah, I'm just gonna kill him.
Any last words?
No, man. You don't have to do this.
It's just business, nothing personal.
Snap.
Yoink, yoink. And yeah, I'm going to, I'm gonna, just do a little wolf murder. I kill him as a werewolf.
Riveting.
The goon sees you kill Fady and starts to turn around and bolt out of here.
No, I'll chase after him.
Oh my God.
You are super fast and a wolf.
I didn't want these guys getting out, and I just wanted them to disappear.
The camera like just sees Bobby like lifting his head up and like start to lunge, and it's like a hard cut,
Yeah, naturally.
Dumb, what's your corruption mark?
It's
For your class?
so interesting that you'd ask. My trigger is when you destroy a threat to your territory, instead of driving it out, mark corruption.
Well, that just happened, I assume.
I think this counts. Go ahead and mark corruption, Dom.
Absolutely. Do you want me to mark it twice or just the once?
Just once.
Yeah, I think that's fair.
So obviously that took a little while, and I walked in right away.
Let's go back into the apartment. You guys tell me what happens here.
I walk in and I head towards the case and I open it and I look and see what's inside.
You see many pouches filled with this substance, filled with sand. Pouches of different sizes, different quantities. There's also, stacks of cash in here. But you see that there is a hidden compartment underneath all of that, Ezra.
Okay.
And when you open the hidden compartment, you see that nestled inside, carefully placed, is a glass orb. An orb about the size of a tennis ball. And it is filled with whirling black smoke.
Just gonna pocket that.
Chris, you see Ezra pull out this orb of black smoke as you walk into the apartment.
So, you gonna tell me what the fuck's happening? I thought y'all were supposed to deal with a drug dealer, and I walk in on you, half demon, Bobby, full werewolf, and a lot of very scared drug dealers.
What do you think I got over here? Check it out. He's got tons of this stuff. I say, gesturing towards the case.
And what else does he have? I say, looking right at the glowing orb that you just stashed.
I look at it a little closer, and does it have any markings or anything indicating what it is?
Nope, just a glass orb filled with smoke.
Well, I've made a decision in this moment. Yep. So, I don't know. I found it in a secret compartment in here. My boss wanted me to make sure that Bobby didn't find out what was happening tonight.
What do you mean, what's happening?
We're just, the whole reason we set up the deal, I guess. Who's selling the drugs?
Ezra, we thought this had been taken care of. And now, what are you even saying? Are you going behind Bobby's back?
Well, no. You caught me with the thing, and I let him interrogate the guy, didn't I? I could have killed him. I mean, obviously I decided.
So you're going to show him that thing when he gets back?
Well, yeah, I was probably going to show him anyway, but now that, you caught me, I'm definitely going to show him. That's why I told you. I just, and then I look towards Chris and just, toss her the vial.
I'll take it. I'll, just grab the case. The full case. We'll, take a bigger look at this at my sanctuary. That was crazy, guys. Is it just me, or is Bobby and Ezra never gonna happen again?
Hang on a second. It wasn't exactly our fault. Look, Leon came running out with a gun and just started shooting out of nowhere.
I thought I heard him say something about the Eiffel Tower.
We didn't say anything about the Eiffel Tower.
You hear the Eiffel Tower.
That was the plan. It was the code word. He comes out shooting if he hears us talking about the Eiffel Tower. We said nothing about the Eiffel Tower or anywhere else in Europe at all. Not even the one in Vegas.
I could have sworn I heard that man say something about the Eiffel Tower. I'm sorry.
Why would you give him a code word? People like this they always shoot. It doesn't matter if you give them a code word that's silly or not. They always shoot. Once you give them the code word, that's a yes, you can shoot. Amateurs.
Leon, I think it's time for you to go home.
I think it's time for all of us to get out of here. That was a lot of gunfire.
Yeah, I was actually going to ask. Did someone call 911 on us?
How about we meet at your place, Chris? I know where that is now. You showed me.
It's ultimately only been a couple of minutes for all of this to go down. But almost certainly are cops on the way.
Yeah, I want to grab the bag and I want to leave. Go to the sanctum.
I already grabbed the bag and I'm going to leave with it.
I'm going to take my werewolf form because I don't have a car.
This was all in Ezra's apartment. He's homeless now.
Yeah.
Fuck you, Ezra. Hashtag get rid of Ezra.
Oh no, look, Ezra was good. He's fine. Look, are you kidding me? Bobby just killed a bunch of people.
Yeah, and your apartment is now a murder scene.
Yeah, and we'll talk about that later.
Yeah, I obviously grabbed my jacket and fedora and my two favorite swords, strap them onto my motorcycle, and leave.
Chris, let's get out of here.
You guys quickly gather your things. You rush down the stairs and leave Ezra's apartment building. And as the four of you step out onto the street, you can see a host of ghosts lingering about, sort of watching you, clearly having been drawn here from Bobby's transformation. And you just hear them going, "Ooh."
Shoo, get out of here. Get out of here. Do I need to get the spray?
I didn't say Ezra was there.
Shoo, get out of here. Do I need to get the spray?
Nice.
Because when the four of you look behind, you do not see Ezra walking out of the apartment building.
Oh, shit.
Instead, when Ezra, you open the door and you step out onto what should be the street, you find yourself in a dark room that smells of brimstone.
Damn, he already knows. I was gonna tell everybody not to tell.
You foolish boy!
Hey, look. I was gonna try and do it, but they started shooting at us. It wasn't working out. And then he killed them all.
Do not lie to me.
And with every word, there's just like smoke rising from the ground. You look around, you don't see anyone else in this room. You don't see any entrances or exits.
Look, I didn't have a choice. They outnumbered us. I didn't expect everybody to show up like that.
I have given you power. I have taken your pain, and all I ask in return is loyalty and competence, and you have shown very little of either recently.
I mean, give me a little bit of credit for the good old days. I'm just going through a little bit of a slump. Maybe I need a little bit of a paid time off. Come back in a couple months refreshed.
Paid time off. Consider your vacation request denied.
And you feel this ripple of pain filling your chest, Ezra, and you fall to the ground. And stepping out from the smoke, we see the image of a human-looking man in a nice suit, except for one particularly noticeable detail. Where any man would have a face, this figure just has a void. An open, gaping hole from which smoke and fire pours out. And even though this figure has no eyes, you can feel it staring into you with a fiery intensity, Ezra. This is Azrael. And as Azrael crouches down to stare at you with that smoking void of a face, he says,
Perhaps it is time I remind you of what you owe me.
And Ezra, everything goes black and painful because Azrael is cashing in a debt on you.
Damn, I was gonna cash a debt on him.
Azrael has 3 debts on you.
Yeah, I only have the one, I guess.
And at any time may cash in a debt you owe them, 1 for 1, to inflict corruption on you.
Okay. All right.
As Azrael takes a bit of your humanity, filling your entire body, racked with pain, and everything goes dark, except for a single face that you can see, dreamlike in the distance. The face of your sister. And you hear Azrael's voice whispering in your ear before you lose consciousness.
Consider this one a light punishment. Don't forget what I can take from you next time on Escape the Dungeon.
Thank you for listening to Escape the Dungeon. Escape the Dungeon is created by Dom Brass, Nate Brass, Zach Brass, and Mike Cripps, with editing and original music by Tyler Knittle. If you enjoyed this show, please consider subscribing and leaving a 5-star review on your favorite podcast app. To find us on social media, go to escapethedungeonpod.com.